Hello everyone, and today I am making butternut squash risotto. First things first, I am going to cut this butternut squash in half and roast it. So butternut squashes are quite hard to cut, so I have just sliced mine in half like this. Yes, I do it this way, not long ways, because I don't have time for that. And I will cut off the top, and I'm really bad at peeling, so I'll just cut off the skin rather than just peel it, and I'll chop it up into little cubes because it is going in risotto. If you were to do it just because in place of potato or something, you could always cut them way bigger or have them as chip shapes as well. They're really good too. I've done them before in a previous video that I will link below, but for today's purpose of it being in risotto, I am going to cut them quite small. So after I've cut them all up, this is only half of a half, so a quarter of a butternut squash, and I honestly think this is enough. It has, obviously I've cut them up quite small, but I think if I was to do any more it would just become overwhelming with the amount of butternut squash. So I have this piece left, which you can just cling film and put in the fridge for another time. It will keep, and so will this half as well. So it's quite good actually to get quite a few risotto meals out of this. I am cooking for just one person. Obviously if you were doing for four, maybe you would do the whole butternut squash, but I'm just doing a quarter because that seems like enough for me. So these are off in the oven now. I haven't put any seasonings on them, just fry light, because the risotto is going to have quite a lot of different herbs and things in, so I thought I'd just leave these plain. And these will go in a 180 oven for about 25 minutes. If you were doing them not for a risotto, like just to eat afterwards, I would do them for 30, but I don't want them to get like too mushy, so I'm just going to do them for 25. So it's been 20 minutes, not 25, and I thought I'd just check on them, and they seem pretty good. They are still slightly firm, but definitely ready to go in the risotto. So I've just began with some frozen onions, my everlasting favourite frozen vegetable of all time, and I am just frying them off. I'm going to add some mushroom, and then I will get started on my rice. So for my stock, I am just using a plain old vegetable stock cube, and I am going to be adding 500 ml. So if you can see, I don't know if you can see, but my jug says 500 anyways. It's about there. So this is the rice you use when making risotto. It's pretty obvious when you go to Tesco or Asda or whatever. It does say risotto rice normally on it, but it's called arborio rice, and it comes in this tiny little packet, and you think that this is no good for anyone because it's the tiniest packet of all time, but honestly it's like couscous. It just like gets a billion times bigger. So for one person I will be doing 2 like palmfuls of rice, and that is more than enough. So I've just put it in the pan, and don't add the stock just yet. Just make sure it absorbs all the rest of the juice from the onions and the mushrooms and things, and then we start adding stock. So I've just added my first lot of stock to the pan. It will look like this for a little while, this like really watery, and you think, oh my god, what have I done? But don't worry, it will literally absorb in about 5-ish minutes. It does take a little bit longer the more like stock you add, the more processes you do. I have made risotto before on this channel. I made a chicken and mushroom risotto, which is really nice, and I will link that below. I go through the entire process again about the stock and adding it and everything. So if you're feeling a little bit bewildered by this point, if you've never made risotto before, then I will show you in that video, but I'm also showing you now. So yeah. So I've just put the second lot in, and I'm just about to add my herbs to the mix. And as ever, I'm getting very predictable in my ways. I am adding rosemary, garlic, black pepper and salt. So to also mix into my risotto, I am having my healthy egg cheese. So it was all weighed and measured. I am using the 30% lighter cheese from Iceland. I always put it in the description box below what things I use. But yeah, I'm going to mix this in. Sometimes I have it on top, but today I am going to mix it in because I want the cheese to be all throughout. So I'm on my third ladle of stock, and around about this time I am going to add my butternut squash. I didn't want to add it too early because I didn't want it to get all squishy in the risotto. I still want it to have like some firmness to it. So I'm going to add that now. So there it is, all mixed in. I must admit it does look better in real life than it does on the camera, but I am hoping it also tastes amazing. So it's nearly done. As you can see, it's absorbed quite a lot at this point, and I'm just going to mix my cheese in and we are good to go. And there we are, all dished up and ready to go. Thanks for watching.